Quality Appliances presents America's favorite family comedy, The Adventures of Ozzie and Harriet, starring the entire Nelson family, Ozzie, Harriet, David, and Ricky. Here is Ozzie, who plays the part of Ozzie Nelson. And, of course, his lovely wife, Harriet, as Harriet Nelson. The older of the Nelson boys, David, appears as David Nelson, and his younger brother, the irrepressible Ricky, played by Ricky Nelson. The Nelsons' next-door neighbor, Thorny, is played by Don DeFore.
Dishes, dishes, dishes. 3 times a day, every day of your life. Sometimes does the sight of another stack of dirty dishes make you want to... Then, lady, you need a Hot Point automatic dishwasher. For here's the appliance that banishes dishwashing drudgery forever. Saves you at least an hour of work every day. More time and work than all other kitchen appliances combined. And let us show you how easy it makes your meanest, most tedious chore. Notice that each of Hot Point's racks pulls out separately and all the way out. Loading's a breeze. And look at all the room. Down here there's plenty of space for large cooking utensils, dinner plates, and silverware. Up here, space for 31 glasses and cups. No other home dishwasher holds as much as a Hot Point, and no other dishwasher can get your dishes so clean, because only Hot Point washes every piece twice. Now, just turn the dial and your work is done. While you attend to other matters, your Hot Point double washes, double rinses, and hygienically dries every last item of tableware in pure electric heat. The result? A new standard of dishwashing cleanliness, unmatched by any other method. Your Hot Point automatic dishwasher will actually save you over an hour's tedious work every day. But what about the cost? This will really surprise you. Figured over the years, the cost of a Hot Point dishwasher, one of the popular under-counter models, is less than 10 cents a day more than doing dishes by hand. Now, mind you, that includes everything. Purchase price, installation, electricity, even detergent. Your classified phone book tells you where to find your nearest Hot Point dealer. Ask about his easy budget terms on all Hot Point quality appliances. And always look to Hot Point for the finest first.
You're so conceited, David.
Conceited? Who's conceited?
You are.
I am not.
Say Will Thornberry doesn't stand a chance against you.
So what? Does that make me conceited?
Well, what else do you call it?
You wouldn't understand, Half Pint.
Oh, yeah?
What the heck is going on here?
Oh, I'm sorry, Pop. Why don't you watch where you're throwing the ball, wise guy?
Well, you call him a wise guy, smart guy.
Who you calling a smart guy, wise guy?
Oh, come on, fellas. You sound like a couple of wild men.
Oh, we aren't really mad, Pop.
You just don't know us very well.
There's an old saying, you know, blood is thicker than water. Like to see you guys on the same side just once.
David says Will Thornberry doesn't stand a chance against him.
Stop arguing. You heard, Pop. We got the same blood in us.
No wonder I'm so little. David's been using it all up.
Come on, cut it out now. That's the kind of stuff that brings on the arguments. Why'd you guys go on outside and play football if you're going to play?
Come on, let's go over and get Will.
And don't start arguing with Will either. He's a nice boy and he's our neighbor.
He's not using our blood, too, is he?
Oh, Ricky, don't be such a sap.
How can I help it? I got the same blood as you.
And don't start arguing with each other all over the neighborhood.
You won't, Pop.
Not unless you started, egghead.
Who you calling an egghead, muttonhead?
Who you calling a muttonhead, chowderhead?
And don't slam...
What'd you say, Pop?
Never mind.
What was the big argument all about?
Which one? There are about 4 going on at the same time. What have you got there?
Oh, we're just making some Toll House cookies. Say, before I forget it, who is Nancy Baker?
Nancy Baker? I don't know. I never heard of her. Why do you ask?
Well, she called here today.
Nancy Baker. Name doesn't mean a thing to me. Unless it could have... No, it couldn't be.
Couldn't be what?
Well, there was this girl on the bus yesterday morning, and she had these big, heavy bundles, and so I got up and gave her my seat. What's wrong with that? It seemed like the courteous thing to do.
I didn't say anything.
I know, but you're looking at me so darn funny.
What did she look like?
Well, she had brown, wavy hair and a rather nice smile and big blue eyes. Well, I don't know. I hardly noticed her.
Oh?
Besides, it couldn't possibly have been this girl. She doesn't even know my or any name for that matter, let alone my phone number. Maybe it was somebody calling up for a gag. You know, it could have been Thorny. He gives that wonderful impersonation of Betty Davis.
No, this is really a girl. She sounded very young and pretty, too. You sure this girl on the bus didn't worm your name and phone number out of you?
Harriet, this is ridiculous. Just because a guy shows a little courtesy to a girl on a bus?
And there were no other girls during the week?
This was the only one, unfortunately. No, honestly, Scout's honor. The only girl.
It's all right, dear. I believe you.
I wonder where this girl got my phone number. You're sure she asked for me?
No, I didn't say she asked for you. She asked for David.
David?
I just wanted to worry you a little.
Well, that's a fine trick to play on a guy.
Oh, who are you kidding? You enjoyed every minute of it.
Yeah, I was really living it up there for a minute, wasn't I? What did she want with David?
Well, she said something about a dance at the school next Saturday.
Dance?
She's coming over later this afternoon. I better get these cookies in the oven.
Well, just a second. Don't you think David's a little young to be taking girls to dances?
Oh, I don't know.
I mean, after all, he's only 15. I didn't even start thinking about girls until I was... Well, I'm sure I didn't take any girls to dances until I was at least... It's funny David hasn't shown an interest in girls before this.
I was wondering why he hasn't mentioned his little girlfriend to me. He hasn't said a word.
Well, what's so strange about that?
Well, he usually talks things over with me.
Oh, well, you gotta face it, dear.
Face what?
Well, there comes a time when a boy stops talking things over with his mother and starts talking them over with his father.
I think you're rushing things a little.
Yeah, I was just thinking of something. If David's gonna have little girls phoning him and chasing after him, maybe it might be a good idea if I sort of had a little chat with him and taught him a few of the little tricks that his old dad used to use when the girls were chasing after me. That's marvelous.
I have a feeling that this little Nancy Baker is smarter than you think. She mentioned something about Will Thornberry. I think David has a rival.
Oh, so that's what David was talking about.
What's this?
Well, a little while ago, David said something to Ricky about Will's not standing a chance against him. I never dreamed it was a girl they were talking about.
Oh, so he really is interested in her, huh? You wait till I see him.
Oh, now, Harriet, don't you start embarrassing the poor kid.
Well, after all, if he's going to start taking little girls to dances, I want to hear about it.
Will you listen to me, please? I know boys. I was one myself.
Yes, I know. Your mother told me.
Well, it's just that I know the pattern. Now, the first thing he's going to do is deny any interest in girls whatsoever. He'll claim he'd rather play football or anything.
Come on in, Thorny.
Hi, Harriet.
Oh, hi.
Oz?
Hiya, Thorny.
Hello,
Come on in,
Thorny.
old boy.
Well, helping Harriet out in the kitchen, Oz?
No, but it's not a bad idea.
Did you come over here to make trouble, Thorny?
Oh, sorry, Oz. It was a mean thing to say. Especially since I just ducked out of our kitchen in time myself.
Look, if you two are going to loaf, you go in the other room and do it, because I got work to do here.
You know, Thorny, I have a hunch we're not wanted around here.
You know, I think you're right. You don't have to knock me over the knuckles with a wooden spoon.
See, you gotta watch that Harriet. She gets pretty vicious at times. Come on in, Thorny, and have a seat.
Thanks. So, you know, Oz, I just found out a very interesting thing about my boy Will today.
Oh, what's that?
Well, this may be hard to believe, but Will has finally reached the age when he's beginning to notice girls.
Well, I've got news for you, Thorny. It seems that David has his eye on the very same little girl.
Oh, you're kidding, Oz.
No?
Well, that's not very fair to David.
Just what do you mean by that?
Well, if Will's anything like his old man, he's devastating to women. Poor little David won't stand a chance.
Oh, I'm sorry, Thorny, but I find that rather hard to believe.
Oh, really, Oz? It's too bad I'm not a braggart. Because if I were, I could tell you about all the girls who used to chase me around.
Well, plenty of girls used to chase me around, too.
I know, but the girls that chased me didn't throw rocks.
Well, I was a pretty popular guy in school, Thorny. You know, I remember once I was going steady with 3 different girls at the same time.
You know, that happened to me. But it was 4 girls.
Wait a minute, let me think for a moment. Genevieve, no, by golly, I was wrong, Thorny. It was 5 girls.
Now, just a second, Ozzie. Let's be honest with each other. Now, how many girls did you really go steady with?
Only 1, Harriet.
That's what I thought.
Then how many did you really go steady with?
7. And now my little boy is following in his dad's footsteps.
Yeah, it's really frightening the way they grow up. You know, it's hard to believe those kids will be graduating from high school in a couple of years, isn't it?
Yeah. The next thing will be college.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to realize David's going to college.
Maybe medical school for Will. He shows a definite talent for medicine.
I think David will probably go to law school. He's always been more or less interested in law. Some pretty tough courses.
We got pretty smart kids.
That's for sure.
Well, it'll be just about Will's senior year when he meets the girl. You know, the real girl. Like I met Catherine.
Yeah, it'll happen to David, too.
And then comes the wedding. Gee, they won't have very much money to start with. Will just out of medical school and all.
Oh, young people always find a way, Thorny. They'll get by okay.
Yeah, I know, but there's no sense in the kids starting right out on their own. We got plenty of room at our house. Gee, why couldn't they spend a little time with us anyway?
Yeah, well, I'd like it for Harriet's sake. They stayed with us, and David and his wife could save their money for a home of their own.
You know, Oz, Will getting married, going to medical school, that's pretty exciting, but I understand the biggest thrill, the thing you always remember, is that first grandchild.
My first grandchild. Say, is it a little too drafty for you there?
Well, it is a little chilly, Oz.
Would you like me to get a shawl and throw it across your shoulders?
No, that's all right. I'll have to be running along anyway. I think I'll take a little nap this afternoon.
Want me to walk across the lawn with you? The grass is kind of wet, and it's pretty treacherous rounding the hedge.
No, that's okay, Oz. Well, I'll be seeing you, old-timer. No, don't get up. I know my way around this house as if it were my own.
And that's the way I always want you to think of it, old-timer, as your second home. And I know Mother and the boys feel the same way about it.
Well, it's mighty nice of you, Oz. And of course, you know the same goes for you, too.
Well, we old-timers have to stick together.
That's the spirit.
Well, goodbye, Thorny.
No, not goodbye, Oz. Just till we meet again.
David, Ricky? Hi, Mom.
Don't go away. Lunch is practically ready, and David has to get dressed.
Get dressed? You mean dressed up?
Well, yes, you want to look nice when Nancy gets here.
Who?
Well, your little girlfriend, Nancy Baker, she phoned.
Nancy Baker phoned here?
Well, yes, dear, I thought you knew. She's coming over this afternoon.
What's the big idea?
Well, she said something about a dance at the school next Saturday.
I'm supposed to play football this afternoon.
Nancy Baker.
Ricky, stop that.
He's never even seen her.
No, but I will this afternoon.
Oh, now, wait a minute, young man. You're not going to hang around while Nancy's here. Remember, she's coming for David.
She can have him, boy.
I wish he would stay. I'm supposed to play football.
Well, she's not going to stay all afternoon, dear.
Golly, I hope not.
I don't know why you take that attitude. Don't you like her?
Harriet, stop pumping the boy.
I'm not pumping him. What's the matter with her, David?
Oh, she's all right, I guess. Except she thinks she's pretty good. Just because she gets all A's in her report card. Just because she's the prettiest girl in school.
Well, if that were me, I'd think I was pretty good, too. What does she look like?
Oh, she has brown, wavy hair, blue eyes, and a nice smile.
Does her mother ever ride the bus?
Ozzie, don't change the subject.
I was just wondering.
I'll bet she's a lovely girl.
She sounds perfectly adorable.
You boys better go wash your hands now. Lunch is almost ready.
I don't think I'll have any lunch, Mom.
Now, you see, Harriet, you've upset the boy.
Well, I'm all right, Pop. I'm just getting in training.
I don't think I'll have any lunch either, Mom.
Well, what's the matter with you?
This whole thing has made me sick.
Oh, that'll be enough now. You just go wash your hands.
Shall we adjourn to the powder room, dearie?
Go on, both of you guys. Beat it. Oh, by the way, Harriet, if you have nothing for me to do, I'll go upstairs and kind of dress up a little bit, too. Do I have a clean shirt somewhere?
Well, you're not going to change your clothes, too, are you?
Well, I just thought I'd put on a dark suit and maybe a different necktie.
Well, what's the idea?
Well, you want me to look presentable, don't you?
Believe me, dear, I've met Nancy's mother at the PTA. She has brown hair and brown eyes, and she's not coming over here this afternoon.
Are you sure?
Positive.
Then what are we waiting for? Let's eat.
Hello, I'm John Holmes.
And I'm John's wife, Virginia.
We'd like to show you Ozzie and Harriet's wonderful Hot Point all-electric kitchen. First, here's Harriet's big, roomy superstore. A genuine zero-cold food freezer and giant no-defrost refrigerator combined, with 72% of all storage space within fingertip reach. Here's the handy Hot Point disposal that liquefies food waste and flushes it down the drain. And here's Harriet's sensational Hot Point dishwasher. It washes, rinses, and dries dishes automatically for less than 10 cents a day more than doing them by hand. Next, but I think I'll let Virginia tell you about that.
Don't you envy, Harriet, this beautiful Hot Point automatic electric range? Well, you needn't, because you two can easily afford one and enjoy the world's greatest cooking combination. The amazing CalRod instant heat unit, plus Hot Point's famous talking color push-button controls. These individually lighted colored push buttons give you 5 exact heats for each surface unit. And just look at Hot Point's king-size oven. It's large enough for big turkeys and roasts, and you can even cook an entire meal in it automatically. You can go out for an afternoon and still have a full-course dinner ready to serve when you come home. Now, all you do is put everything in the oven. Then you set this dial and the Hot Point automatic electric timer. That's all there is to it. You merely need to tell your Hot Point automatic electric range when to start cooking and when to stop. It's just that easy.
Remember, folks, always look to Hot Point for the finest first.
How do I look?
Fine.
How's my hair look in the back?
Fine, fine. Think you're going to enter a beauty contest or something.
Mom says I gotta look presentable.
What the heck are you going to do?
What does it look like I'm gonna do?
Looks like you're going to shave.
That's exactly right, sonny boy.
Are you kidding? I got more fuzz on these grapes. Oh, no, I don't want to look at this. Did you cut yourself yet?
Of course not. I'm so disappointed.
pretty good.
Yeah, it was pretty good, wasn't it? I think next time I'll try it with a blade.
David had better hurry, Nancy. He'll probably be here any minute.
Well, he's getting dressed now.
Is he still resisting the idea?
I rather think so. He was singing the prisoner song in the shower a moment ago.
Well, I'm glad you got him to take a shower.
Oh, he's combing his hair. He's got a new white shirt on. He's even borrowed my best necktie.
Well, that's good. I want him to look nice. Excuse me, dear.
Thorny will probably have his kid all decked out in a new blue suit, white carnation in the lapel, probably teaching him some of that corny poetry of his.
Well, why should Thorny care?
Well, he wants his kid to show David up.
Sounds ridiculous.
Well, Thorny's a pretty ridiculous guy at times.
Oh,
Go
what are
on.
you doing?
Sorry. I just got an idea. I thought maybe I'd teach David a couple of tunes on ukulele. Ooh, maybe Yes, Sir, That's My Baby, or Somebody Stole My Gal. Oh, no, not that one.
I'm sure he'll do all right, dear.
Well, it's just a question of family pride. I don't want Will Thornberry coming over here with his silk shirt and his fancy poetry and his white carnation taking David's girl away from him. I want to make sure Nancy goes to the dance with David.
Well, she probably will, dear. Don't forget David's a very nice boy.
He's a nice-looking boy, too. He's got your hair, your eyes, your nose, and my necktie.
Oh, that's probably Nancy. Now, you answer the door, and I'll see if David's ready.
Well, hello there.
Hello, I'm Nancy Baker. Are you Mr. Nelson?
Yes, I am. Would you come in, Nancy?
Thank you. My, you certainly have a lovely home.
Oh, thanks. Dave will be down in just a moment. He's been out playing football all morning. He's a very athletic boy, you know.
Yes, I know he is.
Yes, we try to encourage that. Some boys like, poetry, for instance, but David is strictly an outdoor man. Won't you sit down, Nancy?
Well, thank you. I see you live next to the Thornberrys. I know Will Thornberry very well.
Oh, do you know little old Will?
Yes, he's a very nice boy.
Yeah, Will is he's a very sweet little fella.
Well, this is Nancy, I presume. So nice of you to come.
Yeah, this is Mrs. Nelson, Nancy.
How
do
do
you
you
do?
do? David will be right down.
You certainly have a lovely home. Well, thank you.
David does most of the gardening for us, you know. He's a very handy boy to have around the house.
Hello, Nancy. Hello, David.
Why don't you sit down on the couch next to Nancy, David?
Yes, I'll go make some lemonade.
How'd the football game go this morning, son?
Well, you're only tossing the ball around, Pa. It wasn't really a game.
Oh. You ought to see David throw those passes, Nancy. He really uncorks some long ones.
I'm not very good yet.
Ozzie,
Yes, dear?
will you come help me squeeze the lemons, please?
But... Well, okay. Pardon me a moment, Nancy.
Your father's a very nice man.
Yeah, Pop's a swell guy.
Your mother's a very nice woman.
Yeah, Mom's swell, too.
Do you have anybody else in your family?
Oh, yeah, I have a dog and a little brother.
Oh. Oh. What's his name?
Chief?
Your brother's name is Chief?
No, that's a dog's name. My brother's name is Ricky.
Oh. You certainly have a lovely home.
Thanks.
I guess you're wondering why I came over.
Yeah, it was.
Well, some of the girls decided to have a dance next Saturday.
A dance?
Yes, do you like dancing?
I really don't do very much of it.
We're going to do the Charleston. That's a new dance step.
Oh, yeah, they do it in all the movies on television.
Hi. Who's this?
It's my little brother, Ricky.
I think he's cute.
He is not.
I am, too. Can you really tap dance, Ricky? Sure. I can sing, too. Really? You have to come over and listen to me sing in the bathtub sometime.
Hey, Ricky, Mom's calling you.
I don't hear. Hey, Mom.
Yes, David?
Would you call Ricky, please? Hey, that's cheating.
Ricky, come help your father help me squeeze the lemons.
What for?
For about 15 minutes. Come on now.
I'll be back a little later, Nick. Your little brother is very nice.
Nice of you to say so.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You certainly have a lovely home.
Thanks.
We're each supposed to ask a boy
What's this?
to the dance next Saturday.
Oh,
Don't you think dancing's a lot of fun?
Oh, dancing's all right, but I like football better.
Well, football's all right, but I like dancing better.
All the guys like football.
I'm a girl.
Yeah, I guess you are.
I imagine you'd be very good.
Oh, I need a lot of practice on my passing.
I mean, you'd be a very good dancer.
Oh, thanks.
Hello. Oh, hello, Ricky.
Ricky?
Well, goodbye. It's a beautiful day, isn't it?
Yes, well.
You certainly have a lovely home.
Thanks.
Yes, were you supposed to ask a boy?
You asked anyone yet?
Not yet.
Oh.
Were you going to say something? Go ahead.
We certainly have a lovely home here.
Where's David, Harriet?
Oh, he went over to the playground and played football.
Oh, good. Nancy seemed like a very nice little girl, didn't she?
Didn't she, though?
How do you think she and David got along?
Oh, just fine, I guess. When I came in here with the lemonade, they were sitting there on the couch just listening.
Listening to the radio?
No, Ricky's singing.
Oh, now, don't tell me he was interrupting him here.
No, David seems sort of glad to have the company. I think he's pretty fond of Nancy, though. He didn't drink any of his lemonade.
Really?
Nancy didn't drink hers either.
It's the first time I've ever heard of lemonade going to waste.
Oh, it wasn't wasted. Ricky drank all 3 glasses.
Well, at least it interrupted his singing.
No, by this time he was tap dancing.
Oh.
Hi, Mom, Pa. I got good news.
Well, you sure look happy. What happened, son?
I won out over Will Thornbury.
Well, congratulations. How about that, Harriet? Thorny and his old poetry.
When did this happen?
Just a while ago. I only beat him by 1 vote, too. It was pretty close.
How about one vote? Well, who voted?
All the guys on the team.
Well, what team?
Our football team. They elected me captain.
Well, that's fine, dear, but what about Nancy Baker?
Oh, they don't have any girls on the team, Mom.
No. Aren't you going to take Nancy to the dance Saturday?
I can't, Pop. That's the day of our first game.
You mean Will Thornberry's going to take her?
Oh, no, he's our fullback. She tried to get him to take a friend of ours.
Oh, well, this is terrible. The poor little girl won't have anybody to take her to the dance.
Sure she has, Mom.
Well, you just said you and Will were going to play football.
We are, but she's got a guy to take her.
Well, who's going to take her?
Hey, Mom,
Yes, dear?
would you teach me how to do the Charleston?
Hello there. Let's take a quick peek at Ozzie and Harriet's modern, work-saving, hot-point automatic home laundry. Here's the only automatic washer with amazing wonder dial control. Hot Point gets clothes clean in 1/6 your usual time, and with 90% less work. And here's the famous Hot Point automatic clothes dryer, the world's first dryer sealed to prevent lint, heat, and moisture from escaping into your laundry room. See this matching automatic home laundry at your nearest Hot Point dealers soon.
Oh, Harriet, have you seen Ricky?
Oh, he was here just a minute ago. He was reading a book.
Reading a book? You sure it was Ricky?
I believe so.
What kind of a book was it?
I don't know. I didn't ask him. It was a book with a great cover.
Oh, it was probably that Sports Digest I got him for his birthday. What's this?
That's it.
Oh. Well, no, this isn't the book
Yeah,
I
wait.
gave him.
Look. Poems of Love and Inspiration.
Adventures of Ozzie and Harriet, starring the entire Nelson family, Ozzie, Harriet, David, and Ricky, will be brought to you by Listerine, the most widely used oral antiseptic in the world.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this very moment in Korea, the lives of soldiers wounded in battle today are being saved by transfusions of blood and blood plasma. You can give these men the gift of life, a pint of your blood. The Department of Defense is calling for all Americans to roll up their sleeves. There is no substitute for blood. The need is urgent. The need is now. Call your local Red Cross chapter or blood donor center for an appointment. And please keep it.